What's up, Rap Fam? Here we are in the first episode of the Rap Biz. So this series is pretty much just gonna be going over the day to day as far as being a garage rapper, what you can expect, interactions with customers. And the main takeaway is going to be definitely issues, right? There's always issues that you can run into as far as maybe the vehicle or maybe, customer being a certain way or whatnot. Obviously, I'm not going to be mentioning names or anything like that, but, um, you know, if you can take something away from it, and learn as you're growing, maybe you're thinking about starting a rap business or you're already in it, but, maybe you're in the process of growing, you might be able to learn something here. So, today we have this 2017 Camaro that we have. This is actually a pretty good one to start with because I'm going to show you real quick. It's actually the car has been in a crash previously in a crash. So what they did is here, let me show you. So as you can see here, the car's already been washed, prepped, and pretty much going to be starting on the disassembly here. But as you can see, the fenders are aftermarket fenders. They're painted. They're bare. I'm sorry, they're not painted. They're bare. And you can see here that the alignment on these things are not the greatest. So you can see that there's a big, huge gap here compared to this one over here, right? The bumper is aftermarket as well. This one's also raw, has no paint on it. I did talk to the customer when he dropped it off and made sure that, this was the side that it got hit on. The reason I did that is because usually when you have collision damage on any vehicle, it's going to be hard to get the alignment on a piece if the underneath has been damaged, right? So I asked him about it, and I made sure that he was aware that, obviously it's not it. That's how he's bringing it to me is how it's going to look. Normally, if the alignment's a little bit off, I'll try to align it. But since he did say that the collision was on this side, I'm not even going to get into that because I might make it even worse. So the alignment on the front bumper is also just slightly a little bit off. You can see here that it's not 100%. Over here, I have a pretty big gap. And then over here it's not too bad here on the fender, and then the gap here is I mean, I have a gap. It's not perfect, but it's not too bad either. The other thing is it also got hit right here in the back, so the rear bumper is also raw. And it has like this issue here that it's not this. I think I can fix. I'm pretty sure I can get this to fit properly on this side. But other than that, oh yeah, and then also the side skirts are actually screwed in, like so. Um, but anyways, like I said, I've made him aware that obviously the car is gonna change colors, obviously, but it's still gonna look the same as far as alignment goes on panel. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on disassembly, and I'll show you guys a little bit of progress here and there. Maybe a little bit of tutorials on how to do. Maybe the mirrors. The mirrors are kind of like a tough one on these vehicles. They usually have to get done in about, I think, 3 pieces. So I'll show you how I do those, and then maybe the front bumper as well. I feel that this front bumper is a little bit of a tricky one. So, anyways, stay tuned for that, or I'm gonna be showing you guys that. All right, guys. So went ahead and finished getting this thing disassembled. I have the front bumper taken off. I already got pretty much everything else: the mirrors, handles, the inside of the door panels, pretty much everything else. Also the hood, the scoop here. The rear bumper I usually don't take off. What I'll do with that one is I'll just loosen it up. Sorry, I'll go ahead and loosen it up on the ends and then just pop it out. On this one though, it has, as you can see here, it has damage and the bracket here is broken. So what they ended up doing is zip tying somehow zip tying the bumper to the bracket, and they put the bracket on there. I don't know how the hell they did it, but I'm not gonna loosen this one up. I'm just gonna kind of wrap it and tuck it in there and then call it a day. Um, this front bumper was kind of a pain in the ass to take off as well, and let me show you. I'll show you why. All right, so what they ended up doing is all of these holes, right? It's supposed to be sevens usually that goes here. Um, and they put self-tapper screws on that side as well as some zip ties and whatnot. And it was just a little bit of a hassle to get those self-tappers out of there. And it was like Phillips head self-tapper screws. So I'm gonna be changing those out to the original hardware, just so that it can be it's gonna be easier on me anyways to do it that way. But yeah, I'm going to get started on the first panel. I already have it pretty much prepped. I'm gonna try out this fender first just to see how that goes. I don't see anything, going wrong with it really. It is primered. It is a shipping primer. I already took some of that off, some alcohol. As you can see, just rubbing that off, it got pretty dirty. But anyways, go ahead and get started on that. All right, so we got the front end pretty much done already. Pretty much both fenders and the hood. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on doing the side here on the passenger side before I jump over to the driver's side. What's up, everyone? So we are finally at the rear bumper. As you can see, I already did the inlays here on the right underneath the tail light. Same thing on this side, and I've done the license plate area as well. I went ahead and I did a test piece right here. I don't know if you can tell it's there. Yeah, you can see the glossiness there. The reason I did that is because that's the area that will take the most tension on this bumper. And I want to make sure that it's going to hold and I'm not going to be wasting material, right? So I've left it on there for a good while. I've thrown heat on it. It seems like it's going to hold. I've done a bare bumper like this before, the exact same one. So I don't think I should have any problems this time around, especially considered that I'm using calendared material, which is a little bit more tacky than your cast films. So I'm going to be starting here, right? What I'll do is I'll split the backing paper in the center, and then from there I will work out to the sides. I'll show you what that looks like sped up. All right, so I have this thing laid out already pretty much all the way. I just gotta do some final little tucking there and cutting, but I'm not gonna bore you guys with that stuff. As you can see, it's laid out all the way. It wasn't too crazy to do solo, especially since I have those inlays done. Got a little bit of tension there, but it'll work out with the heat. It's not too much. I really haven't put that much heat onto it, so once I throw heat on it, it'll be good. The way to avoid that is pretty much if doing the same thing that I did, but from the beginning, giving it a little bit of an extra stretch, or a little bit of a stretch that way and that way, and that will pretty much clear that up. But like I said, it's not enough to worry about, so we'll be good there. Other than that, it's pretty much it. Everything else is pretty good. So the car is finally done, completely finished, wrapped, put back together. Check it out. You can see that very deep, rich green there a little bit. You see if I can manipulate the light. There we go. You get to see it there a lot better. And honestly, in person, you get a little bit more of an emerald look. Um, but it does have like it's a little bit more on like the bluish side. It has some like blue undertones there. Um, and then the green is like a jade green, emerald green. It's kind of like a mixture of different flakes. Here, I'll give you a better look. All right, so here it is. You can kind of see the green tones there. I wonder if I turn off the LEDs, maybe. There you go. You can see the green there. It's a little bit brighter in person. Let me see if I turn the light off. Maybe it'll look a little bit different. Alexa, light off.
Okay.
There you go. My white LEDs are off now, and there you can see that green just pop. And then obviously in the sun, it'll look even better. You're gonna get a lot more of that flake popping out. Alexa, light on.
Okay.
So this is what remember this side was a crashed one where I couldn't really remove the rear bumper. The cool thing about this color, it kind of hides that in a way. So it's crashed there, but kind of hard to tell from, a ways. Same thing here. It also has some damage there that got covered as requested by the customer, obviously. Um, but the fitment ended up not being too bad in the back. I fixed it just a little bit. Up here in the front, you still have that little bit of a gap there, but it's not nothing too crazy. It's not too off. And then up here, if y'all can remember, I had a big gap, really big gap. I actually, was able to fix that. This one I really couldn't do too much about. The one on the fender and hood. Um, and then here we go. This is what it looks like on this side. Like I had said, I was gonna fix this back fitment, and look at that. Boom, perfect. Well, almost perfect, right? I got it a lot better. It was actually hanging out pretty loose. I adjusted the clamp and the bracket, and everything looks good now. So that's the finished product. They're still going to be replacing the windshield. Yesterday, I went live on TikTok doing the roof wrap, and somebody commented on the windshield saying getting a wrap but can't fix the windshield or something like that. But anyways, that was actually I suggested that to. So I actually suggested whenever the car got here, I suggested to the customer to get maybe the windshield replaced or whatnot. And so I have the guys are going to be they're on their way, and they'll be here in a little bit. They'll be changing out the glass, and then the car's going to be looking really good now. Obviously, like I said, it has those minor cosmetic issues here and there, but at the end of the day, it looks a lot better than what it was before. um, Very important, once again, to make sure that you communicate to your customers what they will be receiving at the end, right? If nothing is obvious, nothing, you should never think, oh, that's gonna happen, or obviously this is gonna happen. Don't think that they know what you know, because they don't. You might deal with this on a daily basis, but they don't. They might be whatever profession, and it's not always that way. Also, besides that, I also wanted to let you guys know, or give you guys a little bit of a tip. It's always good to network with people, from other businesses, especially the ones that are connected to you, like as far as in the same industry, in the automotive industry in this case. Like for example, right now I have my homeboy Pete. He's gonna be replacing the glass on this on the Camaro. I gave him a call up, or actually I shot him a text, and we went ahead and sent him the information that he needed to get glass changes out. And here we are now. Mobile service to the house. So now the customer not only gets the wrap done, gets to take their car home looking a lot better, but they also don't have to now drive to a different shop or something like that to get something that can be repaired while it's here. So it's always good to offer those services to your customers as well when you see that it's something that can get taken care of. Just make sure, like I said, network with those people, get out there and put your name out there. Hey, if maybe it'll be the same way, maybe they'll be replacing a glass. The customer will kind of mention, hey, I'm wanting to get my car wrapped. They throw your name out there. It works both ways. So it's always a good idea to network with with people in the same industry. So like I said, yeah, so these guys are gonna be putting the glass on this thing, replacing it, and then it'll be ready to go. All right, so windshield is replaced now, so it's looking brand new now, for real, for real. As you can see, it's super dark. It actually makes it look a little bit darker than what it is, I think, because of the green tone. So if you look at it from out here, look at that. It looks like fucking ultra black. Like I said, windshield has been replaced and it's looking brand new now. So, well, there you have it. That's the project. We're going to be moving on to this one now. We're going to be doing this Camaro over here in a very interesting pink that you can see over there. It's kind of like looks like a very very light pink, maybe like a tan or something. But I'm gonna get started on that one today. Gonna just waiting for it to get washed. Once again, networking very important. My homeboy's gonna come by. He's gonna wash it, get it prepped for me, and then we'll be putting it in the garage, getting it disassembled, and started on wrapping tomorrow. Thank y'all so much for watching, and have a good one.